I think my responsibility to the athletes is to make sure that they have a challenging, comfortable, safe, and healthy environment where they're going to have the ability to grow and learn and change and be the best athlete and person they could be while they're in their time at St. John's, and to also make sure that they enjoy their experience, which that's not to say that they have to enjoy every minute of their experience, but that overall when they're finished they feel like they have grown, that they're prepared to be successful, and that they enjoy the time that they were here.
Our job is to try to develop their potential to their fullest possibilities. One thing we do tell our athletes is that they are only limited by their perception of themselves. And as coaches, our job is to widen their perception as to what they can do, obviously athletically directly, but also in life in general, in terms of not settling for anything that they cannot achieve. So our job is to constantly kind of push them along and widen their scope as to what they can accomplish, and obviously do that through their daily workouts and so forth, physically but also mentally, trying to push their minds to realize that they are capable of doing great things all the time.
Pretty much intense competitive training sessions, and all the preparation is how we get it across to them, and hopefully they pick it up. We feel that we give the same effort and energy that we expect from our players, and we're always available.
Coaching philosophy is something that we're trying to work on every day. I think we're all trying to learn and grow and become better coaches. So the same process works when we're trying to share that with our players. It's just a constant. You're just trying to build that relationship and make sure that they know that we're just trying to do the best that we can for them, and we need the same from them. So not necessarily trying to scream all the time or yell, but you want to instill that sense of urgency in the player, and then also just make them feel comfortable and try and build confidence in them. So as long as they understand that, and we're continuing to foster that relationship, I think that's the best way to transfer your coaching philosophy to the players.
You have a philosophy of a program. It's basically 4 paragraphs. Then everything that happens within our program usually occurs within those 4 paragraphs. So anything that goes wrong, we can go back to the philosophy and point out things that we maybe have not done right or understand. We also have 4 C's in our program, which is commitment. We try to get our kids to really understand what the high-level commitment is. We are very consistent. We try to be consistent in our lifestyle throughout the year in terms of going to school, doing your work in school, coming to practice all the time, and so forth. Communication is quite important. We try to get our kids to be able to communicate. Communication takes a little work, because initially we are communicating at a different level than especially our incoming kids. They might have been very successful at the high school level, but not quite understanding what the collegiate level is. So it takes a while for both coach and athlete to get on the same page with communication, but with hard work that happens.
In terms of, I guess, getting your coaching philosophy across, I think it obviously revolves around your responsibility as a staff member, but also I think you kind of have to communicate the principles of the program, and I think just hold yourself to a high standard. And from my standpoint, I think from our staff standpoint, we're big believers in let your actions do that. So I guess we're doing a lot of work behind the scenes, making sure that you're prepared, making sure that you communicate on a daily basis, whether it's verbal, whether it's via email, whether it's just simple little body language, to communicate what our expectations are, kind of where we feel you're at, and to always give that constant communication, that constant feedback to let you know that you're on the right track, or you're veering off course a little bit. But I think a lot of the communication is done from your actions, rather than your words.
Do you know my answer to this?
No.
I communicate my coaching philosophy to my athletes by living it. I think I could say whatever I want, and I could try to teach them whatever I want, but if I wasn't doing what I was teaching, if they didn't see me acting out what I was trying to tell them to do, it wouldn't work. So that's why we have our philosophy of be. Because I think who I am and what I do as a leader is important. It's all about what I do, not what I say.